Good morning, first grade. This is Miss Flowers, and this is Social Studies with Miss Flowers. Today is Tuesday, September 8th, and I'm so excited to have you back, and I hope you had a wonderful 3-day weekend. Let's get started. As you know, these are our signals or symbols, you might call them. When you see this symbol, that means I want you to pause your video and think about your answer. And then when you have your answer, you can unpause your video to check your answer. When you see the pencil symbol, that means you're getting ready to write or do an activity. Here is what you will need for today. You will need your weekly reader. It looks like this, and it says week 4 in the corner. And you will need this worksheet. It looks like this, and it says, where in the world do you live at the top? You will need both of these things today. Welcome back to our virtual classroom. I'm so excited to have you because I think you all are awesome. You are the best students ever. On our whiteboard, it says we are learning about where we live today.
Good morning, staff.
Oops, sorry about that. That's okay. Mistakes happen, but we'll keep on going. Our whiteboard says we are learning about where we live today. Let's zoom in. We are learning about where we live today. Now, as you know, before we get started, we always have our I can statement. I had to space it out a little more today so I can put the pictures in there, but I'm going to read it to you. Our I can statement just lets us know what we will be able to do by the end of the video. Here's what it says. I can identify or find out my continent and country. Now you may say, whoa, what do those words even mean? I don't know what that means, Miss Flowers. Well, hang in there because we are going to learn about continent and country today. Are you ready? Now, our focus word for today is identify. Identify, which means to find out or to recognize. So I always use my example. If you're walking in the store and I go, hey, that's my student. I just identified you. That means I know it. I can figure it out. Now, before we get started, we always have a little quiz. And so here's just a question to test all of what we learned last week. Just a brief review. And it's going to help you figure out what you know and help me figure out what you know. So the question says, do you remember what patriotism is? Do you remember what patriotism is? I want you to pause your video and think about it, and then when you have the answer, you can unpause your video. So patriotism is having love and respect for your country. In this case, we live in America, so we would be patriots if we showed love and respect for America. This looks like different things. It can be respecting people, meaning having love for each other. You want to be kind to your friends, and you want to be kind to people everywhere, no matter what race they are, or what skin color they have, or how their hair is, or what language they speak. You want to love and be kind to every person. That's called brotherhood. And then you want to listen. Countries have rules. America has rules called laws, which means they're really important. And you can get in a lot of trouble if you don't listen to those laws. So you show respect for your country by listening to those rules or laws. And that's how you keep yourself safe and how you keep others safe. You also want to look out. And what I mean by look out is making sure that the people in America, especially the leaders, are doing what they are supposed to be doing. Now, this can look like different things, and we'll learn about that a little bit later. But we call that accountability or responsibility. Everyone has a responsibility or something they are expected to do that is right. And so you want to make sure that the people living in America are doing the right thing. And that's also going to help to keep everyone who lives in America safe. Great job. Now, let's hop into our mini lesson. Where do we live? Now, you may say, Miss Flowers, I'm lost. That's a hard question. Well, I live in my house, but I also live in my neighborhood, but I also live down the street from my friend, but I also live here and here and here. Well, that is true. You can live in many different places at the same time. And today, we're just going to learn about 2 of them. Okay, we're just going to learn about 2. So hang in there. It's okay if you're confused now because we are getting ready to learn. Now, here is where you will need your weekly reader. If you have your weekly reader, I want you to go ahead and grab it for me because I'm going to read the 2nd page to you. This cover is the 1st page and it says, "Where do you live?" And at the bottom it says, "You live on Earth." That's the planet we live on. You see that big globe? From outer space, this is what Earth looks like. So you live on Earth. Earth is a planet and billions of people live on Earth. That's a lot of people. It says, look at the globe. It represents Earth. It can help you find where you live. So we're going to look at this globe and find where we live. So now we know one thing. We live on the planet Earth. Now, let's read some more. Where do you live? My continent. Say that word with me. Continent. You live on the continent of North America. This is what it looks like. The United States is a part of North America. Remember when we talked about the United States, and you can even see it, see some of the different states. So this is the United States right here. But this whole thing, this whole green blob of land is North America. Only this part is the United States. The United States is a part of North America. Other countries are a part of North America too. Can you find them on the map? So here we have Canada, and here we have Mexico, and those are also a part of North America. But the United States is a country in North America. So North America is the continent, and it includes Canada, Mexico, and the United States. But the country we live in is the United States. Right now, we don't live in Mexico, and we don't live in Canada. We live in the United States. Let's keep reading. My country.
Miss Flowers, please.
Oops, sorry about that. Let's keep reading. My country. You live in the United States of America. See? This is the United States right here. Can you see it on both maps? Sometimes we call it the US or the USA. The United States of America is your country. Point to the US on the map. So again, this is Canada up here. And down here we have Mexico. And right here we have the United States of America. That's where you live. So again, the continent is the whole blob of land. And that's going to be North America. North America is the name of the continent. But the United States is this part right here. Let's take a closer look. Now here is a globe. And as you can see, you see some land on it. Do you know where North America is? I want you to take your finger and draw a circle around it. Now, I don't have the pause and think symbol here, but you can pause your video and think about your answer if you need to. Are you ready? Here, this is North America, or the continent of North America. It's a continent, so it has many countries in one place. See? Now, do you know where the United States of America is? If the whole continent is North America and the United States is a country in North America, can you find it for me? Remember, you can pause your video and think about it if you need to. If you said right here, you are correct. So this is the United States. I want you to try it one more time now that we've done it together and see if you can figure it out yourself. question says, can you find the continent North America? So here we have lots of different countries and continents and land. I want you to think about how North America looks and what a continent is. And I want you to draw a circle around it with your finger. Now, I don't have the pause and think symbol, but you can pause your video and think about it. And then when you have the answer, unpause your video. There it is. That's the continent of North America. Did you get it? Let's try this. Can you find the country, the United States? Now remember, we said that the United States was a country in North America. Oops, sorry about that. Can you find the country, the United States? Now remember, we said the continent is North America. So where is the country? Sorry about that, first grade. We're having all kinds of distractions. I'm going to read the question one more time. Can you find the country, the United States? Now remember, we know where the continent is, and the country is on the continent, North America. So that should be a hint to help you. Remember to pause your video and think about your answer. And then when you have your answer, you can unpause your video. There it is. That's the United States of America. Did you get it right? There's our flag, just so you know. All right, first grade, well, we've come to the end of our video, and this is our activity. I want you to find this page in your packet. It says, where in the world do you live? At the top, make sure you write your name. The first thing I do is always the same. I pick up my pencil and I write my name. And then I also want you to write the date. Today is September the 8th. What you're going to do is color the continent of North America green. And then you're going to color the country, the United States, brown. Now you're only working on this top half of the worksheet. You are not working on this part right here. You're only working on this part. Again, I want you to color the continent of North America green, and then I want you to color the country, the United States, brown. Well, that's all I have for you today, first grade. Thank you so much for doing this video with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.